When you started approaching this story, what would you say your mission statement was? What was the core of everything you wanted to achieve?
I wanted to make a film that was a comedy that played theatrically and dealt with the themes it dealt with. For me, I spent a lot of time doing research and interviewing people to kind of write this stuff in a way that felt accurate. Whether they do gig work, whether they worked at Home Depot, whether they worked in unions, had to deal with things like sleeping in their car. I did a lot of work to kind of get all that stuff accurate because, it was important to me. And I'm the first to admit, like, I'm closer to Jeff than I am Art. So, like, I had to do the work to kind of make sure that I didn't do this in a way that was insensitive or, would make someone that actually dealt with any of these things roll their eyes. And then, the comedy, it's tricky. You don't want to do something that makes light of what you're talking about, but I always just had it in my head, the tone, and it's really about tone. And I knew I had this idea of like an angel trying to help some guy and then the guy rejecting him. Then I thought, well, it would be funny if he's not even supposed to do that, if he's supposed to really just be there for texting and driving, and he kind of oversteps his bounds. That made me laugh. And then it's like, okay, well, then he probably has a boss. And then then you're like, oh, okay, so this is about him and his journey and his workplace. And then, oh, he gets fired, and then he becomes human. Like that, that all kind of slowly kept evolving. Keanu's character, I watched him in his older films where he was doing comedic roles, whether it's Bill and Ted or Parenthood, and so I knew he was really funny, and it was exciting to me to bring him back and into comedy and to kind of see what he did back then when he was very young. The idea of seeing him do that kind of stuff at this age was really exciting, and I think he just knocked it out of the park. Like he's the soul of the movie to me, and I'm so happy with his performance and so grateful that he gave me that.